I'm just butting in here before my video actually starts because I have to tell you that this really does have some disturbing content. Nothing visually disturbing, but a lot of very descriptive, disturbing stuff about torture and drugs and mind control and stuff. It just, some people it might be a little too descriptive, so that's all. Hello again, everybody. This is RobBoberty, and welcome to day 20 of my 31 Days of Horror. This is a game called Free.Will or Free.Will. Two-player, this game contains disturbing content not suitable for everybody. Play at your own discretion. Sincerely, Team Helix. P.S. Press space to continue. It's written as Free.Will, so I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be said or if it's just Free Will. This is point-and-click horror, I think. Interesting. Make it stop. Please. Save me. Save us. Okay. Sounds fun. Free will is a disease. Oliver Wilson. Or Nilsson. I don't know who that is. I probably should. But it's okay. Find it to open the door in advance. Find it. Hey, drugs. Okay. It's an empty syringe. A chill runs down your spine when you pick it up. As you turn it over in your hands, you imagine the feeling of the needle puncturing your flesh. You feel the first prick as the sharp point makes first contact with your skin, then comes the strange cold sensation as it pushes deeper. Then the needle is withdrawn, leaving you with soreness at the spot of impact. But there's no real soreness. This is all just in your head. The syringe looks like it's been used recently. Okay. Well, it's a locked silver chest. Find a key to open it. Oh, did I click that at the beginning accident? These books look like they haven't been touched in ages. Looking through the books, you see they cover a variety of topics. These include psychology, entomology, and different forms of torture. Fun. The handle is jammed. The drawer won't budge. Inside this drawer lays a silver key. You pick it up. It's not the right fit for the door, but it might work. Oh. This drawer is caked in a layer of thick dust. It gives off a strange stench. In the back corner, there's a spider web. The web is swarming with a mass of wriggling arachnids. They tumble over each other, rapidly scurrying through the ins and outs of the web. They crawl left and right, their movements quick and unnerving. It begins to seem like there is a swarm of them moving up your legs. You can almost feel the tingling, as if they're slowly crawling over you. Fun! Okay, let's use this key. Do I do anything with it or just use it? Silver chest. Use the silver key to open it. Inside you find a key that looks like the right fit for a door. How convenient. This one's stuck, though. Okay, I want to kind of check everything before I go through, but I don't want to go through the syringe thing again. The exit for this room requires 2 keys. It's an interesting design. Hello, face. Find them to open the door and advance to the next room. You feel like you've seen this painting before. Looking at it brings back an uneasy feeling. Its eyes seem to follow you wherever you go. Looking behind it, you find a key. 1 key. A rotten stench is emanating from this couch. There's some mold growing on the back. The cushions are warm as if people were recently sitting here. Between them, a key is wedged. Well, that was easy enough. It's a grandfather clock. The time displayed is stuck at 3 o'clock. It stopped ticking a long time ago. Okay. Kind of starting off too easy. Like there's something that's going on here. I have no idea how long this is, of course. It's a small window. The glass is dirty and stained. You can faintly see handprints along it. You peer outside only to see darkness. Is there anything there? There's a key on the windowsill. It's a vase, and a poorly constructed one at that. This looks like it was constructed by a pottery novice. It's lopsided and everything. Shameful. Inside you find a key. Okay, you pick up the phone and hold it to your ear. All you hear is static. The buttons don't work. Okay. I wonder how many rooms there are, because they're just kind of shooting through them. I imagine they're going to get actually tricky at some point. Maybe. Okay. This is weird. Okay. Did I take it back out or something? No, that's it. Okay. Alright. So now I'm getting all drugged up. Got it. The store requires 3 keys. It's an eerie painting of 2 malnourished men. They look like skeletons with flesh. Which is an interesting imagery, but at the same time, that's exactly what a skeleton isn't. Oh, you can see the skin hanging loosely off their bones. Well, I guess no flesh, just the skin. It makes you uncomfortable looking at it. Behind the frame lies a key. Okay. What do we got in here? You open the door below the sink and look inside. The walls are damp and mold lines the corners. Inside you find a key. The faucet is old and rusty. It's dripping faintly. The water seems thick and mucky. Is that even water? Not usually how it's described. The placemat on this kitchen table is covered in strange stains. Some of them are red. You find this piece of paper on the table. Experiment log 1. Today marks the planning of an experiment with the potential to change the world. The world is only dying because of the presence of free will in human minds. If I can get rid of free will, I can save the world. I've chosen 4 subjects to conduct my tests on. An adult female, 2 adult males, and 1 child. They will undergo my specialized treatment under careful supervision. The treatment consists of a regular dosage of narcotics and negative reinforcement through physical means. No matter what happens, no matter how far it goes, no matter how much hurt is involved, all I need to do is remember one thing. Free will is a disease. Okay. Fun stuff. I need another key. This kitchen chair squeaks when you move it. There are scratches all over the leg. There's a piece of paper on top. I found that sometimes, when I dream, things look strange. The proportions of certain objects, like doors and dressers, are off. Some things appear smaller or larger than they should. It's happened so frequently in my dreams that I can now identify whether or not I'm inside a dream just by analyzing the proportions of an object in the world around me. Next time you have a dream, look for the objects that don't appear proportionally correct. Interesting. Like this tiny door and this big table and stuff. Is that what we're talking about here? Oh, I didn't think I had 3 keys. I thought I was still missing one. Alright. Oh, what's this? More reading. It's a diploma awarded to somebody named Oliver Nilsson. Wedged in the frame, you find a key. Here sat him. Here sat her. Here sat the child. Here sat you. So I'm one of the guys. In the thing. This is the table where the subject ate. Okay, so I was one of the subjects? Or I am one of the subjects. Okay. I'm going to wait for it to fade in. This cabinet contains stacks of plates. Not a single one of them is clean. They're covered in dried food. Most of them are chipped. This cabinet is locked. There's an awful smell emanating from inside. There's a key inside this cabinet. There's nothing left in here. There are 2 bowls in this drawer. One of them is empty and cracked. It looks like it hasn't been used in a very long time. The other one looks more recent. It's clean and has no cracks. Oop, it must have been torn off recently. There's a little bit of skin on it. There are 2 bowls in this drawer. Wait, a single fingernail lays inside it. It must have been torn off recently. There's a little bit of skin on it. Wow, that's lovely. Experiment log 2. I've acquired all 4 subjects. They're being held in the rooms I set aside for them. I'm incredibly eager to begin the experiments. I think they'll find things much easier if they obey. If they don't, they'll have to go through a few sessions with me in the room. But as I give them the narcotics, they'll find it harder and harder to put up a fight or disobey. In theory, this is perfect. Their ability to make their own choices is what I'm trying to rid them of. Their liberation begins today. Free will is a disease. Oh, that's the one I just opened. So the handle makes a horrible grinding sound as you turn the water on. It's like nails on a chalkboard. A key falls out of the faucet. Okay. As you open the door to the fridge, you're hit with a pungent smell. Inside the fridge, there's a mound of some type of meat. You can't tell exactly what animal it came from, but you can tell it's not fresh. The outer layer is scattered with sores. It's blistering and peeling off. Juices ooze from the center of it. Wow. It looks like there's some skin on part of it. Looking closer, you see a bit of metal poking through the surface. Is that a key? There's only one way to find out. Taking a deep breath, you close your eyes and plunge your hands into... Okay, if there's a little bit of metal sticking out of it, you don't really need to plunge your hands into the whole thing, I don't think. And plunge your hands into the meat. It's soft and clings to your skin. Juices splash onto your hands as you dig for the key. At last you pull it out. Well, that was fun. The freezer contains only bags of frozen food. That's almost anticlimactic. Okay. So no one's been here a long time. Retrieve the child. Something. Go too far. It's not hard. I was just trying to go fast. Ooh, that was close. Hello, child. I'm here to retrieve you. Ooh, we're really close there. I've retrieved the child. Okay. Look at the mirror. Oh, let's see. This window has a small crack running along it. You wonder how it got there. As you look outside, you see nothing. Literally, there's nothing out there. It's as if matter stops beyond the house and nothing else exists. On the windowsill, you find a key. Now, actually, When I looked at the tables, this was where he sat, this is where she sat, this is where the child sat, this is where you sat. I assumed like, oh, I'm one of the subjects, but I might be the doctor, like in my own personal hell for doing this or something. This television set is ancient. You try the buttons. None of them work. You find a key on top of the television set. That's all I need is two. Old wooden table that's covered in dust and grime. A millipede lays dead on the table. Its once vibrant shell is decayed and become a smudged beige color. Its many legs are so brittle they look like they could be snapped off by a gentle tap. Dozens of maggots crawl in and out of the millipede's shell. You stick your head inside the fireplace. As soon as you breathe in, ash fills your lungs. As you poke around inside, you feel the crinkly sensation of the ash crumbling under your touch. Oh, there's something in here, I thought. Testing is going as expected thus far. The subjects are learning the rules of the experiment. They put up a fight at first, but that's to be expected. All the adults fought extremely hard to resist, but in the end their attempts were futile. As punishment, they each went through a session in the room. For their very first session, I drew inspiration from the New Testament. First, I placed a nail above their wrists once I had strapped them into the chair. Then I pulled out the hammer from the drawer and struck the nail hard. Their screams filled the house. Hopefully they'll learn to cooperate next time. Free will is a disease. You are messed up. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know how long this is going to be. My plan is to play... Hey, are you listening? Who's that? You need to get out of here. If you don't, you'll be stuck in here forever. You need to wake up. You already escaped once. I know you can do it again. Hang in there. I'm going to get you out. I just need to find a way. Okay. I want to do this in one video, but hopefully it's not too long. Okay. Yeah. There's a key behind the frame. It's a locked silver chest. Find a key to open it. Shelves covered in dust. Scattered fingerprints dot the top shelf. The light bulb flickers on and off when you turn it on. You touch the lampshade. It's moist. Moist. Experiment log 4. The child has been responding very well to the procedure. At first, like the others, she was hesitant and rebellious. But as the effect of the drugs takes shape within her mind, she's becoming much more obedient. I believe her newfound perfection is not only due to their narcotics, but also in part to her last session in the room. Her first one, in which I drove nails into her wrists, had a more negative impact than I had expected. She became scared and would lash out instead of following orders. To get her to understand, I repeatedly told her that free will is a curse. But that didn't work either. So for her next session in the room, I decided to try something new. I had to make sure she never forgot why she needed curing, so I burned it into her midsection. The scars won't let her forget it. She's been branded with it. Free will is a disease. You are one messed up son of a bitch. The message at the bottom says you escaped once, so I imagine my idea of... Oh, I already did that. My idea of you being the doctor is not right. This fabric in this old couch seat is tearing. There's a tiny hole in the back. You can see stuffing bulging out slightly from the hole. There's a strange stain on the cushion. You find a silver key under the seat. Okay. You use a silver key to open the silver chest. Go figure. Inside you find a bloody nail. Ooh. What? Wait. Oh, I just realized I had the key already. I needed the... Okay, there's something else here. Why did I see a bloody nail? What was the point of it? Uh-huh. Or is that just... Thought maybe you'd use the nail for something, but I guess not. Guess we're done here. Oh. Just keep making your way through the rooms. I'm still looking for a way out. Remember, nothing is real. Okay. You recognize this teddy bear. I'm the child, aren't I? Oh, she used to carry it. Oh, no, because I had to be one of the guys if I wasn't the doctor. She used to carry it everywhere. It's dotted with her blood. There's a key in its lap. You find 2 pieces of paper next to it. Experiment log 5. The experiment is having various effects on the subjects. Karen Hudson, subject 1, has begun suffering from apparent depression and lack of motivation. No shit. She lays in her bed all day, unmoving. She only stirs when given a task. William Brown, subject 2, seems blank, as if he has no individual thoughts or ideas whatsoever. Isn't that exactly what he's going for? He obeys every command to a fault. His progress in free will reduction has been phenomenal. I hope the others will achieve the same level of success as him. Sophia Weber, subject 3, the child, is also doing well in the treatment. Whether this is due to actual progress in reducing her free will or simply out of fear of another session in the room, I don't know. I find Charles Aaron's, subject 4, reaction to treatment the most curious. He's developed several strange, often sadistic tendencies. He refuses orders on purpose so that he can spend another session in the room. I believe he enjoys them. He's also begun requesting additional silverware at mealtime, particularly knives. I believe he has a collection. I'll continue to monitor his progress. Free will disease. Okay, this guy's a sick son of a bitch, but he's also kind of an idiot. Because you don't torture patients and then give them knives. Experiment log 6. Charles Ahrens, subject 4, requests continue to fascinate me. I had not anticipated such unorthodox behavior from a subject. At this point in the experiment, the subjects have met each other a few times during the sessions. I've allocated for them to socialize with one another. Today, after time was up and I was tending to each subject individually, Charles requested I leave him with the child alone together for a while. While my instincts are telling me not to allow this, my curiosity has been piqued. I know it's dangerous, but it's for science. Free will is the disease. Okay. There's no need to inspect it further? No? You already know who's in there. There's a key next to it on the table. There's blood all over this table. Sitting in one of the puddles is a key. Okay, click the blood. Okay, so number 4 went crazy and killed the child and possibly the other two. I might be that crazy one. I don't know. Retrieve her. Oh. Whee! It's a platformer all of a sudden. Oh. Okay. Okay, so now I've retrieved the child and the woman. If I'm one of them, then that's... Oh my god. Yeah, that's the crazy one. Wait, 2 guys, a girl, and a child, and one of them I've retrieved. Yeah, the one guy I can't retrieve because he's psycho. Unless it's me. Oh my god, you need to get out of here ASAP before he gets to you. Quickly, find the key and go through the door. One of these chests is bound to be unlocked. This chest requires a red key. This chest requires a yellow key. This chest is unlocked. Inside you find a pink key. Use a pink key to open it. Find a blue key. Okay. Use a blue key to open it. Yeah. Find a yellow key. Okay. Red key. Silver key. Okay. Jeez. I don't know how much time I had there, but it didn't look like I had much. I don't know how far it would put me back. This is the room. It's best not to linger here. I can still hear the screams echoing off the walls. So the save the child thing doesn't not really save it, or the save the woman and the child, not really saving them, I don't think. Yeah, that's all 3. If I'm one of them, then I don't know. I can still hear the screams echoing off the walls. Okay. Inside this drawer you find several rusty nails and syringe needles. There's a piece of paper here. Experiment log 7. I could not have made a greater mistake. The meeting between Charles and the child went horribly. I knew I shouldn't have agreed to let him have her. What was I thinking? Now the child is dead. I should have known to check him before letting him see her after all his strange behavior. Charles snuck in a steak knife he had stolen from his last session in the room and wasted no time once they were alone. He mutilated her with a passion I've never seen before. Each slash and stab only further diminished any hope that there was that the child might live. Her blood spattered the walls, her entrails poured from the gashes in her body. By the time I got in there to stop him, it was too late. Right now he's locked in his room. I don't know what to do with him. I've put away her body and washed her remains out of the room. As for the experiment, I have no choice but to continue. I have to proceed. I can't write any more of these logs. I need to put all of my efforts into making sure there isn't another incident. Goodbye for now. He laughed while he did it. The question now is who's more messed up, Charles or the doctor? Although Charles is messed up because of the doctor, unless he was messed up to begin with, which is possible. Remember this chair. You didn't ever want to see it again. The ropes he used to tie people down are still sitting on it. They're covered in dry, crusty blood. Oh, this is that room. You don't know why, but sheer curiosity maybe, but you run your fingers along the red-stained fabric. Doing so brings back all the pain at once. Fingernails breaking, bones snapping, skin opening, burns blistering, all of it. Screeching, blinding, numbing, scratching, tearing, burning, stinging, clawing, slicing, it doesn't stop. You tear your hand away from the chair and stagger back. Never again. Okay, so, these are the hooks where Dr. Nilsson hung his tools. They're not here for some reason. He must have taken them down. Oh yeah, this one I did. This drawer looks like it was cleaned out hastily. You'll find a key in the back. Dr. Nilsson used it to wash blood from his hands after he was done with the patients. Okay, so I guess that's it here. What was I going to say? I don't remember. So is Dr. Nilsson in it? I can't find a way out. Keep moving, I'll think of something. Okay, it's a bunch of pictures drawn by a child. Okay, this is the first time I'm going to go to their bedrooms now, I guess. There's a single half-melted crayon in this drawer. There's a used syringe in this drawer. It's the one used on the child. Okay, look at the table. This old wood desk has seen better days. There's some strange markings carved along the side. The markings seem to depict sets of mirrored triangles facing each other like hourglasses. There's a piece of paper at the top of the desk. Dear Diary, life isn't so bad here. The doctor is nice to me when I listen to him. I think he's just lonely. I bet if he had more friends that he'd be less uptight. He gets angry when I don't listen and takes me into the room. I like it here, but I miss Mommy and Daddy. The doctor said I can't see them because I'm sick and need to be cured, but I don't feel sick. Last time I was sick, I threw up everywhere and got to stay home from school. I'm not throwing up, so I don't think I'm sick, but I'm just going to listen to him. Love, Sophia. Okay, just a little life tip for you. Once someone starts driving nails into your wrists, they're not your friend no matter what they say or do. Just a thought. There's a key next to the paper. This bed belonged to the child. It's sloppily made, just like you'd expect. Nobody's touched it in a long time. You find a key on top of the sheets. Okay, am I going to run into Mr. Smiley here again soon? Ooh, wait. Why am I retrieving the last one? Because I'm one of the patients, I think. If I'm one of the patients, I shouldn't want to retrieve Charles, whatever, number 4. How was it that you escaped the first time? The telephone, right? You called the police and they rescued you. Keep moving for now. I'm going to look for a telephone around here. Well, who are you? How am I talking to you? If you're here, you need a key to unlock this drawer. This drawer takes some effort to open. Once you finally get into it, you find this piece of paper. Okay, this must be the woman's. The doctor's making me write this. I refuse to talk to him anymore, so this is how he's making me write to communicate to him. But I really don't want to. I don't want to do anything. I don't have an ounce of motivation. I can barely move my hand to write this. I've always had depression, but the drugs he gives us only makes it exponentially worse. What's the point? What's the point of following his orders or refusing them? Nothing matters. Everything is temporary, so it doesn't matter how I spend my time here. Because sooner or later I'll just die like everybody else. I seem to be the only one who gets that. Everybody knows they die in the end, but they still frolic around giving everything they've got. Everybody just ignores the fact that none of us mean anything and that we'll all cease to exist in the end. I couldn't give a fuck. So that's why I'm going to kill myself as soon as I get the chance. And you should too, because you don't matter. None of us do. Karen. I'm going to need some warnings at the beginning of this thing, I think. There's a silver key in the back. It can't be used on a door, but it can be used to unlock something else. Maybe this drawer. Inside lays another piece of paper. I spoke to Will earlier. He wants to escape. Will is not the crazy one? I must be Will, maybe? He wants to escape. I don't care if we do or not, but even after everything we've been through, Will's been nice to me, so I want to help him. I know that goes against everything I said before, but like I said, I'm done caring if anything makes sense. And if it goes well, then I'll get to see my fiancé again, and I miss him. I told Will about a phone I saw while I was upstairs. I'm going to help him use it to call the police, and I'm not showing the doctor this log. I'm just writing this one to comfort myself. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to slit my wrists with the knife I've been hiding under my bed. Karen. There's a key for the door on top of it. Okay. It's her bed. The sheets are neat and pristine. You find a steak knife hidden under the pillow. She said she was going to use it to kill herself if the plan went south. Oh, I only need one key. I keep forgetting to look at the number, and I'm like, where's the rest? I haven't found a phone just yet, but I think I'm close. Just keep making your way through the rooms. It won't be long now. Now, he did say none of this is real, so it doesn't make any sense. This is the bed where he slept. You can only imagine the horrific thoughts that went through his mind as he slept here. Okay, this is number 4's crazy room. There's nothing remarkable about this lamp. Out of curiosity, you decide to try and turn it on. You pull the chain, but nothing lights up. You look behind the lamp itself, searching for an explanation. The cord's been cut. Okay. This lamp doesn't look like it's been used in a long time. It's covered in dust. This table seems to have seen its fair share of use. There's a stack of typed papers on top of it. Dr. Nielsen is making me write this on a typewriter as a form of brain stimulation. I don't think he's even going to read this. I'm just listening to him because I don't want anything bad to happen. Anyways, oh no, this isn't the crazy one. My name is Charles Aaron. Right now, I'm being held against my will in the house of a man named Oliver Nielsen. He conducts tests on me and the other subjects here. He forces drugs into us, and if we don't cooperate, then he tortures us in the room. We need help. Charles Aaron. Things aren't going well. The others and myself are each responding differently to the treatment. That sick man is even conducting these tests on a little girl. I'd kill him if I got the chance. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to kill somebody? I have. I didn't used to think about that stuff like that, but it's been on my mind lately. I think it's the effect the drugs are having on me. I know it's troublesome, but I can't tear my mind away from the idea of it. It's just so fascinating. The idea of taking everything from someone is all their hopes, thoughts, memories, everything that makes them who they are, and just stopping it. Forever. I can only imagine the rush of doing it. Then, of course, there's the process, which is equally as intriguing. I wonder how I would go about it. Probably slowly, making sure I take my time to do it right. I'll have to put some more thought into this. Okay, so he is the crazy one? Have you ever thought about killing someone before? I have. Charles Aaron. This little girl kept in this horror house with us. I used to look at her and feel sadness. Pity her for her that of all people, an innocent little girl was being held here. Yesterday I looked at her and saw something different. I asked Dr. Nielsen if I could have some alone time with her. He said yes. Today was the day I was allowed to see her. I was so excited I even held onto a knife for my last meal so that I could try it out on her. As soon as the doctor left us alone, I was upon her. I started by stabbing her chest several times, sliding the knife in and out from between her ribs, and then a few sloppy stabs for good measure. 8 to be exact. Then I moved on to her stomach. I made an incision down the middle so I could reach in and feel around. The wet, warm feeling of her blood excited me. I ripped out her insides and began to pile them up next to her. At this point, her breathing had stopped. Then the doctor slammed open the door and brought me back to my room. He was yelling something, but I wasn't really listening. You see, just before he came in to stop me, I had licked some of the blood off my fingers just to see what it tasted like. And I was too busy swishing it around inside my mouth to bother listening to what he had to say. Okay, I am definitely putting a warning in front of this video. I don't know what the hell it's going to say, though. This is going to be my final log, thank God. I don't have much more to say, so it seems useless to bother writing anything else down. But all that aside, I've had some revelations as of late that I'd like to end these logs with. I've been thinking a lot about what it means to kill someone, why it means so much or so little. We're no different than any other animals, so why is it murder when I brain somebody using my favorite tools, but not when a praying mantis rips her mate's head off? There exists a law among men that it's immoral to kill one another. By not killing somebody, you're only delaying their inevitable death. I used to be like you, afraid of taking someone's life, until the experiment changed me. But it was surprisingly easy to change me. It's like this part of me always existed. The experiments just let it out to play, which means that the same monster who lusts for blood inside of me is also lying dormant within everybody else. Your friends, your family, you, everybody has a part of them that would like to take the blade to the throat of another. Nobody is different. Nobody is special. And if it's this easy to unleash that part of yourself, then who knows who else could become like I am now. I know you've thought about killing someone before. Everybody you know and love has. What would it be like? How would you do it? How would you feel once it is all over? And most importantly, who would you kill? Everybody has someone deep down that they'd kill if they got to. You may think you don't, but on some subconscious level, that person is there waiting for you to finally do it. So the next time you see one of your loved ones, think about who they'd like to kill. It could be you. Under the papers, there's a key. Okay. This calendar only has one page. What's even the point then if it only has one page with one date? There's a key hidden behind the single page. I feel like we might be getting close here. Oh, I found a phone. We're going to get you out of there. After this room, there should be a game sequence. I've managed to put a phone in there. You just have to get to it when you play the game. So this is goodbye. Good luck, Will. Is this a picture? No. Oh. This was your bed. Oh, I'm Will. Okay. You remember how uncomfortable it was. This was your desk. There's a piece of paper on top of it. To anyone reading this, my name is William Brown. I snuck some paper and a pen into my room from upstairs so I could write this. I'm being held captive in the house of a sociopathic doctor. If anybody finds this, call the police. He conducts strange experiments on us, always talking about ridding us of free will. We need help. There are 4 of us being held here. Me, one other guy, 1 woman, and 1 little girl. He injects us with strange drugs and gives us orders. If we don't obey, he takes us into the room for a session. He tortures us in there. I don't know how I'm going to send this out. Maybe I'm just writing it for my own sanity. But please, send someone. Next to the paper, there's a key. Okay, so in the next room there's a game, but I gotta get to the phone. Oh, use the key. Oh, it's silver key I had. Okay, there's only 2 pieces of paper here. I don't know how much longer I can take this. The drugs are taking their toll on me. I need more. He's got me addicted, but he only gives them to me as a reward now, so I've started faking it. I pretend not to have any emotions, thoughts, nothing of the sort. I act like a robot. That's what he wants, right? For someone to lose it and become a mindless slave? He's pleased with my progress, so I'm just going to keep pretending and hope for the best. I might try and formulate a plan to escape with the others. I spoke to the woman who's in here with us. Her name is Karen. At least I think so. I can't remember. I can't really remember anything. The effects of the drugs are getting worse. I can't tell what's real anymore. I don't even know if this is a dream or not. I'm so tired. I don't even feel it when he messes with me during our sessions in the room. Whenever I followed his orders, I was pretending, faking it, but now I just don't care. I do what he says because I've lost the ability to resist, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try and escape. Like I said earlier, I talked to Karen and she says she thinks she knows where a phone is. We're going to try and make a run for it and call the police. But if I can hardly write this or keep a coherent thought, how am I supposed to do that? We'll have to see. I'll try, but if it doesn't work, then that's the end of it. Wish me luck. They were hidden here so Dr. Nilsson wouldn't find them. There's a key underneath the papers. Okay, so Karen is the one that's talking to me, maybe? But that doesn't... No, she should know, because if she got out of here... I don't know. Probably arrow keys. What do we got here? Retrieve yourself. No. Wait, Doop, boop. Get to the phone, arrow keys to move. Okay. I wonder if I was supposed to retrieve myself first. Man wakes up from weeks-long coma. A man by the name of William Brown woke up from a 3-week coma yesterday. Brown was initially hospitalized on April 14th this year after he was rescued by police from the house where he was being held hostage along with 3 other individuals, none of whom survived. Brown had managed to find a phone and call the police for help. The man holding them hostage, Dr. Oliver Nilsson, had been conducting experiments on his prisoners, leaving 3 of them dead and William Brown with severe brain trauma, resulting in him falling into a coma shortly after being rescued. Nilsson committed suicide before police could apprehend him. Okay, is that the end? Let's see. It looks like it. What's that little symbol down there? Okay, well that was kind of disturbing. Yeah, like I said, I definitely need a warning in front of this, just because there's a lot of disturbing imagery and stuff. I feel like there's something else here, but nothing's happening, so maybe not. Okay. That was definitely disturbing. This has been RobBoberty with Free.Will. And thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, and shares are always appreciated. And I hope you have a great day.